Hello, everyone. New day, new market. We got a gap down on the Nasdaq finally. Yeah, but actually, I when I'm doing the pre-market scans and also going through the watch lists. Yeah, I see many names are actually at the resistance level, showing some sign of rejection or weakness, especially among the semi names. And on top of that, I saw a lot of like some software names starting to like gap down after earnings. We got a few gap downs. Got fake. We also got uh hubs. And we also got app. And data center names are not doing well. Like after I got stopped out on HUD, now it's breaking down. Same on not CIN. Always was Cypher. Yeah, I would always got confused by them. They are also not looking great. The wide weekly range. Uh, Now it's breaking lower. A lot of semi names are rallying into the daily or the weekly resistance level, and I think they're just going straight up. I'm not a fan of this type of moves, especially like when all the EMAs are trending lower. Probably, I don't know. I want to wait uh to see are there any potential strength of this gap and the rising non-EMA. I think I'm also like tracking Dell. Could it be a potential pullback buy, or it's gonna be a fake out? And if Dell's starting to lose the rising EMAs, that would be a huge red flag to me on the semi sector and also the general market as a whole. I really have no idea like which way the market would like to go. It's really like a 50-50 to me. Mm, Although I think I'm still like maybe looking at some potential pullback opportunities if we see any stocks starting to show some strength off the lows. But I really think the market can go like both way. And I don't have like any. I don't have much bias this time. Like generally for pullback, most likely I will have like certain level of bias. But this time that's a nice. Maybe it's probably not an EP rather than like I don't know, a pullback 60-minute pullback in an earnings day. But yeah, pretty difficult to trade. A detox is also gapping down. But I think today and tomorrow would be quite important to determine the market direction in the coming weeks. Can the semi names find support at this 9 EMA and hold above the gap? Is really important. And if we did, probably we'll get some great entries on this breakout near the 50 EMA. If it doesn't, then it will probably will be setting up for retest into the previous low. But I really like crypto sections right now, looking pretty good, especially Ethereum. Like yesterday breaking out of this tight range and then Today we got a pullback into the rising 9. Now it's holding above it, and Bitcoin recovered from the 9 and 21 EMA. Now it's holding up, holding above both of them. 4-hour chart also printed a consistent higher lows, and looks like a under kind of reclaim on the 9 EMA and a retest into all the EMA's level. We'll see how they're gonna close on this maybe 4-hour candle. Pretty decent price actions on the TTMI. The like this shakeout and how it finds support on the support level. Another like the gap fill and 60-minute 50 EMA. TER is a really good pullback buy right here. Clustered EMAs, gap filled, and relative strength too, like across the semi sector. This IoT looks pretty decent, but it's just too choppy to trade. Probably because it's like in a NYSE stock. But I like how it got several shakeouts below all the EMAs and then recovered all back. And now it's getting it's finding support at the 9, at the 21, and then keep building higher lows. And all the EMAs are now trending up. The weekly also looks pretty decent too. This light also seems like finding some support off the gap, not even reaching the rising 9 or the 21. Now it's approaching the 60-minute 9 EMA, declining 9. And yeah, I think the close, today's close and maybe tomorrow's action is really important, in my opinion. Suggest you to take a look at QNT, strong basket IPO base, relative strength, your type of trade. Yeah, but it's too illiquid. We're trading at like 50 million dollar volume yesterday. Fake gap to 50 EMA and strong bounce today. Yeah, not really as I won't call it a strong bounce, but yeah, surely it's finding some support over the 50 EMA. Also the weekly 9 EMA too. But if you manage to maybe enter at this type of like 1 minute breakout, maybe this candle, like if you can really manage to risk tightly like this one, I think it will be a decent entry for a good risk reward. Like if fix did find support on this daily and weekly support level, this would be a good a really decent entry point, at least to me, like for my style. Now a lot of semi names, a lot of names that is gapping down. It is coming into this resistance level. So yeah, really important to see how they react and how they close today. I don't think we are out of the woods. Reminded me of Palantir earnings gap down on May 6th last year. But if they're talking about like fake versus Palantir, Palantir has been on an uptrend, and became the leader for like almost an year, since June 2024. But fake is still pretty early on this. I would consider it's still on the stage 1. It's still in this stage 1, not really showing some like not haven't proved himself just yet. But I agree, today's gap down into the 50 daily and the 9 weekly is a good entry. Together with the definitely the the context behind it, strong sector, improving market, so it makes this one a better, like a reasonable entry. Is Napier a good pullback buy entry today? Yeah, I kind of like it. Daily EMAs, also like 60-minute, the previous swing high too, and it coincides with the semis, like the sock axis also pulling back into the support level, and NetBS is showing relative strength to the sock X. So overall, I think it's a good entry. Is still an arm and B good pullback buy? Dell, because I bought it, so I consider it as a solid pullback buy. On arm, yeah, arm I would also consider it solid too, although it's like a little bit beaten down, and still opens below the 21 and even the 50. It's like if you compare to like Nebius, is like much stronger on the daily, but I think arm on the weekly is fine. Like this is the first pullback after this this like 300% move, and it is a fast moving stock that I think this pullback into the 150 EMA is okay. Like it's actually fine, and it aligns with the previous swing highs, like this high of the base, the previous small base that it made during this advance. And I also kind of like today's open also opens near the previous swing high level too. So it would be a little bit better if we can like undercutting the low of day, maybe going lower to the like the 60-minute 50 EMA. But still, I consider this is a pretty decent buy. Like if you can also consider the 50-minute 150, like if arm can like pulls back a little bit more, that would be a much better, like even better entry. But you know, like we can't always get the perfect or like the really great entries. So I would still, I think arm is a really solid buy. And the last one is BE. BE is also a decent buy, but to me, I would think I love Nebius and sorry, I love Dell and also arm a little bit more than BE. Yeah, but I still really like how it like finding support at the this time is the 150 on the 60 minutes, and definitely you can see the 9 is trending higher, it's catching up, and the 21 starts going higher. So I really like the 9 and 21s, and on this pullback, on this like on this gap down at the open. Yeah, still I think it's they are great. I think they are looking great, and what makes like you can see so many pullbacks are working well today. And if you like compare yesterday's actions versus today's action, if you're buying or like buying any pullbacks or like just buying anything yesterday, like what I did, like you can see most of them are not working. And to me, I think the main reason is just the extension of the indices of the general market. And when the market is like being extended, it's just really hard to like find a tight risk entry on strength. So in this one, like today's, I hope we got a strong close today, and it helps to really shows the importance of of timing the entries with the indices or the general market. So yeah, I should have should have um should have been patient, much more patient yesterday. So I think I traded quite badly yesterday. Yeah, luckily today I'm not getting like influenced by yesterday's performance and managed to get some entries today. I think yeah, so far so good. Like MU has been bouncing strongly off the low. Let's see how they're gonna close. Do you trade any delayed EP? Take Palantir as an example. How much pullback or what scenario you want to see before you would consider it? I don't know much about delayed EP. Personally, like after such a huge gap up and being extended from the rising EMAs, generally I'm not a fan of like entering any stock at this type of extension. So I don't know. I maybe I wanted like at least the 9 to catch up a little bit first. I think I'm rarely entering any stocks when it's extended from the 9, apart from buying the EPs. But I'm not good at this. I'm not good at this, so I don't know. How did you make the call that today is the day for entries given the situation of whether it was pointing to the downside, like what you said in the pre-market with the sign of weakness? Yeah, like um I really believe like before the open, I think it's a 50-50. To me it's a 50-50. But if you don't take the risk, like no risk, no reward, and you just cannot like getting feared or like getting afraid of stopping out or like or just making some losing trades, and then you're skipping the good entries or like the good opportunities that surely they can fade, they can fail. But as I've said, like if Dell's starting to lose off the 9 or the 21 EMA, that would be a huge red flag. And but it hasn't happened yet. Like at the point that I'm entering, like Dell is finding some support and trying to break out from this tight intraday, tiny little intraday range. So it's not down. It's not at the 50 EMA or like somewhere down here. So this level is the key level that I'm watching pre-market, like before the open, and when the opportunity came, why not take it, and if it failed, it fails, and then move on and reevaluate. Oracle have 3CP in lower time frame, 4 hour. 9 and 21 is going up. I don't quite like it. It's but still below the 50 EMA, or now it's at the weekly 9. Personally, I don't like buying at the potential resistance level. But if you really think like Oracle, that you have a strong conviction on Oracle, like if you're really bullish on this one, yeah, today's entry is fine. Like I prefer it goes down a little bit more, like into the daily 9 EMA or this 60-minute 50 and 150. It's just, yeah, it's just my my opinion, and it doesn't really matter. I think I just don't like buying. I mean, Oracle is kind of like a laggard since this blow off top after earnings, and to me, like a better like I want Oracle to like at least get above the 50 or the 150 EMA. That's kind of like building a base or like a pullback after breaking out and stay above all the EMAs. The weekly is also a little bit bearish too. It's just not for me. Do you have suggestions on how to better time the entry when I review my trades? I think I'm usually too late in the entries, making the risk reward less favorable. Yeah, I think that's a good question, and it's a good areas that that you can focus on to improve. And I don't know, like I don't know exactly how you'll find your intraday entry, and where did you enter. I think maybe just be a little bit decisive and like pressing a button when you see the breakouts, like if like Octa, like right at the breakout on this 5 minute candle, just press the button. Like don't wait for like 15 or 20 seconds after the breakout. Then probably it's going to shape, like it's going to be like it's going to go up for at least a bit. And because I really don't know the details, so it really depends. And I think you can find the solutions by yourself. I think yeah, it's not really that difficult, I think, in my opinion, for timing the intraday entries. And one thing like is maybe um you need to decide whether you are going to enter the breakout before it actually happens. So I believe like before the close of this candle, like I mean like right after the close of this red 5 minute red candle, I just decided to I'm going to enter the breakouts on the next candle if there's a breakout. Like I'm not going to wait until it really breaks out and then I'm think, oh, should I buy the breakout right now? Like this will be a little bit too late. Like it definitely lowers your reaction time. So decide whether you're going to take it or you're going to skip it. And if you decide to skip it and don't get FOMO after it really like takes off and then you're buying up there, that will be that would not be this is not a good decision making, or like being or being disciplined on your trading decisions. And INTU today, good pullback buy into it. Personally, I'm not a fan of I don't know, like it could be explosive, like it's flagging pretty beautifully, serving the rising 9 EMA, and also now it's staying above the weekly 9 as well. Yeah, I would say it's fine. It's okay, but just not the top ideas right now. Like I think there are some better opportunities on the in the market, but it definitely has the potential of a strong rally off the lows. Man, this circle is going straight up after stopping me out at the open. Yeah, this is what it is. Circle is below all EMAs and you're buying it. May I know the rationale? Cryptos. Have you been trading with a tight entries? Do you ever take a trade before it bounce off key levels, even before the mini candle is complete? Yes, definitely, but the win rate will be definitely lower How do you take profit in the cyber stock? I don't know too. I don't know. You said you use 20 to 30% of each positions. Now you're holding 10 positions, so you're using 100% margin. Please answer me because I have a problem of entering too many positions in one time. But my answer won't fix the problem for you. I think the better solution would be like identify what's the root cause of the problem. Like what 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 exactly is the problem of entering too many positions in one time? Like are you having like the mentally feeling not comfortable with so many positions, or you're trading badly, or like you keep getting stopped out whenever you start to entering multiple positions at a time? Like what is the root cause? I mean, first is what exactly is your problem, and second, what is the root cause of the problem? And it doesn't matter whether I'm 100% long, 200% long, or 1,000% long right now. I think the problem comes from mental, like FOMO and revenge trade, after getting stopped out many times. Okay, yeah, I think that's the first step of tackling the problem, and also is the most crucial step. So I think maybe first starting maybe start with finding the reason why are you getting stopped out many times, like that many times. Like are you entering at the wrong time, like, or your entry is not optimal enough, or you're just like entering randomly, like even you don't know what you're doing. Because I've been doing that, doing similar things back then. So really drilling down, like why you got multiple stop losses, and then tackling the FOMO and revenge trade. Like to me, I really think revenge trading or getting FOMO is like you really can't completely avoid that. To me, I I learned from many, like not one, like many lessons, hard lessons, huge drawdowns, and then I gradually improved bit by bit, and then reaches the level that I am now. And even now, I would still FOMO. Maybe not revenge trade. I think revenge trade, I really improved a lot. I believe I started to get rid of the revenge trading after I get I got some good runs. I catch some great winners in some really good periods, and then like after those periods, and when you're looking back, you know the biggest money, the best trade that you ever made are never from those revenge trades. Like when I started to notice that multiple times, like I think I really get rid of revenge trade for at least I think at least a year. I think this year I don't think I did any revenge trade just yet. Hopefully I won't in the coming days and years. I mean, statistically, it's really convincing. Like, really, none of my best trades are coming from those difficult periods when I'm revenge trading badly. Just none, like zero. So it's just undeniably strong. I overtrade when I don't need to. I undertrade when I should trade. I think you're doing well. Like just by realizing what like uh when you should trade and when you don't need to. Like it's not easy. define, like to understand, like when is the good condition and when is the bad timing. But definitely you have to work on your, like the second step, like really on the execution part. So yeah, I think one step at a time. For those wanting to trade for a living, when do you think is the right time to quit a full-time job? How did you know you were ready to make the jump? I've only worked for like 3 months for full time. I think I'm not really that eligible in answering the question. But my thoughts on that would be you have to prove yourself uh for at least, I think, for a period at least like maybe 2 years, like covering both the great market conditions and the bad conditions. Like preferably both the uptrend, the sideways, and also the downtrending market condition. So I think 2 years is solid, I think, to me, but it depends on different people. But yeah, I think you have to like at least showing consistently uh, uh, consistent performance in different market conditions. And the second probably is the trading gains should be at least more than the income from your full-time job, or maybe, I don't know, like double or even triple from your full-time job, because like trading, is the return is really volatile, it's really unstable. Probably you may be like you earn quite a lot of money because the market is doing good, and when the market is like it's not in your favor, then you may starting to lose, or even yeah, starting to lose and not making any money. So yeah, I think probably you have to like needs to have some cushions, like maybe have some savings to finance your daily expenses, maybe for half a year, or preferably more than 1 year. And yeah, I think it's better to think twice in before you quit your full-time job, especially when the market is doing good. Like I think lots of people quit their job like in near the high of the easy money market back in 2021, and then most of them like are just losing most of their profits back. So you have to really ask yourself, uh, can you really consistently perform well? And you have to get a good track record and a good cushions financially. And how did you know you were ready to make the jump? To me, if you have to ask this question, like if you have to ask the advice from other traders, from other people, or you have to discuss with your family, like I mean discuss with your friends, your close ones, I think you're not ready. Like if you're ready, you're gonna know it. Like you're gonna say to yourself, like I have to do it. I have to, no matter what, I have to. I think that would be the timing. If you're like 90% certain, like I don't know, maybe I think I'm okay. Like no, if you have to ask, that's a no. Man, this circle is going straight up. I'm not gonna look at it. I've entered 8 net on 3rd of August and through the earnings big red candles after gapping up. Would you close the position if you see some weird actions, and how would you comment on the action yesterday? You were entering on the 3rd of August. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good entry. And I mean, now it's still well above the rising 9, still holding above the previous swing high. And looks like the software the software sector as a whole is also finding support on the rising 9 EMA as well. So I'm not gonna do anything. I think just let him do whatever it loves to do. Maybe, yeah, I think either, yeah, probably maybe I will raise my stop to like somewhere below the 50 EMA on the 60-minute chart and below the high of this day. I don't know, somewhere like maybe like high 182's level, when like if ANET continues to drop lower. But maybe you can also wait for the close below the 9 EMA too. I don't know. Like I think it depends on how strong the market and the sector is. Are you worried that what happened to D-Doc could also happen to Net after its earnings? Actually, I'm a little bit worried about the alien invasion tomorrow. So I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna sell all of my positions tonight. And maybe, yeah, I mean, practically, don't always look at the dark side. Like look at the bright side. Like what if with tomorrow we get a gap up? It's always part of the game. Like it could gap up or it could gap down, and you can't really control it. And to me, I already accepted the risk of getting a gap down tomorrow. So I'm just embracing the future. Jim Roppel has a famous quote, like he never met a successful pessimist. I think I really agree with him. I think it yeah, in every aspects of trading and maybe even outside trading too. Don't worry, be happy. A pretty strong actions off the lows on this 150 EMA and the previous lows as well on Western Digital. I'm seeing aliens now. Oh shit, there's an alien outside. Thanks for coming. See you in the next one.